Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and I'm surrounded by some beautiful plants today. I wanted to show you the plants that I purchased myself for Christmas. A gift for me, from me, to me. Is that something? Anyway, I'm just going to show you all the plants I purchased. I went to a local nursery the other day and they were doing 30% off all their house plants. And I did not go to buy plants. I went to buy a gift card as a gift. And I was like, well, let me just see if they have anything that I could add to the gift card, like give this person a plant. And I didn't find anything that I felt was perfect, but I found 6 other plants that were perfect for me. So I'm just gonna show you what I bought. There's one that I cannot figure out the name of, so I'm hoping someone out there can help me out. But let's, yeah, just gonna show you what I bought. Let's start with this one right here. This one, oh my gosh, I just want to hold this one. There's something about holding a plant and feeling it cascading over your hands. What is that? It's just like, I don't know what it is, but I just want to hold this all day long. This is a Hoya Lacunosa, and I can't with this plant. I can't look at it. It's so freaking cool, and I just want to hold it. I don't know. It's beautiful. I have owned this before, but it was a Costa Farms hanging basket, which the Hoya hanging baskets from Costa Farms are garbage. If you have had one that survived, let me know. I have one that's still doing good, the variegated Hoya compacta. It's doing well. I don't want to jinx it, but that's the only one I have so far that's doing good. But all the other Hoya baskets I've ever purchased from Costa Farms are absolute trash. They die so fast. They're so freaking waterlogged. They're just not good. I don't like to buy them anymore. No matter how good they look at the store, I will pass them up. So anyway, I have owned a giant Lacunosa basket before. It's no longer with us, of course. But when I saw this one, there's just something about it. And maybe it's because I'm really into my Hoya Bella right now. You guys told me it was called a Hoya Bella. I could not remember the name. I shared that story in my plant updates video about how it had mealybugs and I left it outside to die. It flew out of the pot in a windstorm. I didn't even care. It's living in a pot currently with no drainage and it's doing amazing. And I love it. So I think this, because it's very similar looking to that one with these really small leaves, maybe that's why this caught my eye. And it was a last second purchase. I already had all these other ones holding in my hands and I was like, I have to have that because I picked it up when I first walked in and I put it back and I had to get it. It looks also kind of like it could be a lipstick plant, doesn't it? Like it's just so freaking cool and beautiful. This one was $16.99. It's a 6-inch hanging basket. I'm not planning to keep this hanging. I do want to, you know, take the hanger off and just kind of set it somewhere. But why? What is it about feeling it like on your hands? What is that? I love it. I can't with this. Every day that I've had it, I keep picking it up and I'm just like, why are you the way you are? You're so perfect in every way. Ugh, I love it. Okay, how are the other plants going to be able to compete with what I just said about that one? I don't know, but they're all beautiful. Okay, this one, this is the Ficus Triangularis green. This was $12.99 and it has all kinds of little berries on it. I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know if you can even see them. Maybe you can. You can see them, right? I have had the Ficus Triangularis, the variegated version before. It was a plant I had always wanted. I got it quickly. It quickly died. So I'm thinking the green one might be easier for me. Sometimes the variegation, I'm gonna blame it on the variegation because it wasn't my fault that the plant died. Let's be very clear on that. It was the variegation. So if I get one with no white, just all green, it's bound to do better, right? I don't know, they had a bunch and of course you got to pick every single one of them up and see how it's growing, what does it look like. And this one, I just really liked the way that it looked. These leaves are such a really pretty shape. And I have some other Fici, that are doing well. One just died. It was my Ficus Shavariana, that one. Yeah, I think I moved it to a spot that was a little too dim. And it just kind of, all the leaves kind of fell off. It's a stick right now. Will it grow? I don't know. I'm going to keep the stick for a little bit and see if it shows any signs of growth. But yeah, other than that, the ficuses that I have are doing well. But this one I thought would be kind of cool. I think I'm going to put something supportive here to hold this one up like this so it doesn't keep growing straight out like that. But maybe it'll just stay if I like that. I'll put a support of some sort in there. But I thought this was kind of cool. I don't know. It kind of reminded me a little of like a Hoya Australis a little bit. I don't know. Kind of cool. I liked it. Couldn't leave it there. Had to have it. Did I say the price? It was $12.99. And it is growing out of the pot, so probably got to repot that one. Is it wet? Let me put it back in the box. Okay, this one, I don't know if this was a mistake. I have a feeling it's going to be. This is an Antherium Cobra. And they had a ton of the Antherium superbums there. And I had that plant once, and I want to say it died within like 10 days. Completely died. All the leaves turned black, and it just is dead. So I feel like something was either wrong with the plant when I got it and I didn't know, or it just did not thrive in my environment. I saw those there again, and they're so cool because they're like long, they looks like a long leaf of romaine lettuce or something. It's so cool. But this one, the leaves are really hard. I'm sure you can hear them. They're super, super firm. They're standing straight up. It kind of looks like an orchid. So maybe that was the problem with the other one. If you have one of these, do you care for it the way that you care for an orchid? Like, I don't know. Because on the superbums as well, they look like this on the top, where there's all kinds of like roots just growing out of the pot. And this pot, if you were to feel it, it is bursting at the seams. You could feel every single root in here. You could see them through the drainage holes right there, right? So I feel like it needs to be repotted, but I also feel like it might like that because they sold it so tightly packed. Let me know if you have one of these. How do you care for it? Is it similar to an orchid? Do I keep it tightly packed in here with just barely any soil? I'll do some research online. I don't know about that. Was I going to crack that off? No, leave it. This was $16.99. I don't know. It just was so cool. It caught my eye. I don't know. I just liked it, okay? And if you have one, how do I not kill it? I would love to know that. Okay, this next one is a plant I used to have before. This is a wax ivy. On the label it says variegated senecio, and it was $12.99. I don't see the wax ivy around all that much, so when I do see it, it's like, oh cool, a wax ivy. And usually this is sold as with a little tagline of like ivy, but without the spider mites. Because ivy attracts spider mites like crazy, and I've never had success with ivies either. But this one, it looks very similar to an ivy, but the leaves are thick and succulent-y, and that's why they call it a wax ivy, because it looks just like an ivy, but made of wax, I guess. I don't know. This one also had flowers on it, and I didn't even know this plant flowered. Mine never has. Kind of cool. They kind of just look like, you know, the way a string of pearls flower kind of looks at the end, where it's like a dandelion that you blow in the wind. Kind of cool. I think that's really neat. Mine died that I had. I would let it get way too dry before I watered it. Like these leaves, although they're very, very thick and succulent-y, I would let it get beyond dry, where the leaves felt like, they felt depleted, which is fine. Like even with the Hoya, you kind of want the leaves to feel a little bit soft before you water it. This one would get to the point where the leaves felt like paper thin, like tracing paper thin, like thin, where I felt like if I like a butterfly's wing, like if I touched it, it would fall apart. So I made some oopsies with that plant, and I'm hoping not to repeat that this time, because I really like the wax ivy. I think it's very cool, very underrated. I never see anybody talk about it, and I'm glad to have repurchased it. This one here, this is the one that I don't know the name of. It just says Philo Assorted Premium. It was $19.99. It looks like one of the plants that's made of, okay, hold on, let me start over. This looks like one of the plants that was crossed to make the pastazanum. You know what I mean? Because the pastazanum looks very similar to this, except it has like rounded leaves. I have one in the other room. And when I saw this, I thought that's what it was. And when I got to the register, I asked the cashier, I was like, do you know what this is? And she goes, you know what? Someone just texted it to me, because I was asking them the same thing. And then I stood at the register for what felt like forever, but it was probably like 8 to 10 minutes, just standing there, watching her scroll through her phone so she could tell me the name of this. She told me the name of it. Plum Mani? It just came to me. Is it Plum Mani? Okay, it just came to me, if I'm right. She told me what it was. I immediately forgot until this moment. Tell me if I'm wrong. Or is this the pastazanum and that's the Plum Mani? No, no, this is a Plum Mani, right? Anyway, it's freaking beautiful as heck. Look at the shape of this leaf. Oh my goodness gracious. It's just so pretty. And yes, it looks so similar to the Pastazanum. It's got this beautiful green with this silvery kind of banding on it. Oh God, it's pretty as heck. Look how it's growing. It's just such a stunning plant. I see it there and I'm like, how do you look like that? God, it's freaking gorgeous. Did I need it? No. Because it looks so similar to the Pastazanum, but I had to have it. And I put back a lot of philodendrons because they all look the same. They have the same leaf shape, the same kind of growth habit. Although it's different, they look the same. And I'm like, I'm not even gonna enjoy having a plant that they all look exactly the same, you know? Okay, I have one more. This was a wish list plant right here. This is the Sansevieria, the snake plant called Twisted Sister. I have been wanting one of these for so long. This was also $19.99. I just absolutely love it. I mean, it's so cool. And they have these there pretty regularly, but they usually just have like a couple of them. And they're kind of small and they're always $20. And I was like, ugh, I better just wait till I get a bigger one. And then one day they had this one and I scooped it up so fast. Oh my gosh, it's so cool, isn't it? I just absolutely love it. The small ones look really cool too because they're really twisted, but as they grow, they're gonna kind of untwist a little bit. I think this is so freaking cool. This was a wish list plant of mine and I love everything about it. Dang, it's pretty. Ugh. And my Bantel Sensation died recently, so I have a free pot to replace this with. I decided to start watering my snake plants more regularly because I wait way too long in between waterings. And all of them have been absolutely thriving, having more water on a regular basis. Imagine that. Except that one. That one didn't like it and it died. And I kept forgetting to walk up to it to clip the leaves so I could save some of it. And I just kept every day going, I'll do it later. And I missed my chance. All the leaves crusted up. But yeah, that is it. That's my little Christmas gift to me. If you purchased any plants for yourself during Christmas or you got any as gifts, let me know. I would love to know. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I forgot I had this Christmas sweater on today. I just came back from a holiday party that we have for work for the store managers in our district, and I wore this and I forgot till just now. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss my next one, and I will see you later in another video. Oh, goodbye.